Hey there everyone, Mazarok here, and today I want to talk about the Mikanikos Soulbind tree for tanking. I'm going to be focusing this a little bit more on the Protection Warrior, but this is going to be the Soulbind tree in general and how it relates to M+. Is it good or not? Should you be using it or not? Its pros, its cons, all of the fun stuff. But before we get started, if you like this type of content, please subscribe. It goes a very, very long way. And like this video as well, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm adding more dates to that. So if you just like seeing some WoW content on Twitch or, variety gaming, I've been playing Destiny 2 and things like that. And if you want to talk about anything nerdy whatsoever, I am a massive nerd. Whatever it is, I'm usually a pretty big part of it, or I know enough about it to hold a conversation that I actually do enjoy having. Come by, check that out in Twitch. The link is in the description down below. So let's get started. Alright, so the big thing with Mikanikos and what makes it good now is we just got the capstone for 9.1. And what it does for Prot War as well as the other classes is it reduces the cooldown of your Covenant signature class ability, your class ability, by 4 seconds to a total of 20. Now, I do not know if that is different based on the other classes, but from what I can remember, they're all the same. Pally was the same way with that. So it effectively reduces your class ability, so Spear of Bastion, Divine Toll, by 20 seconds. Now, that's 33%. That is huge, as long as you are hitting the total targets that you need to get that down, which in M+ is very easy to do. There is also an extra added damage component onto that, which is very nice. It actually ended up being like 5-6% of my damage total in a dungeon. Now, I only really got to test this on a Sanguine week, so I wasn't able to really use Spear of Bastion to all of the effectiveness as I would have liked, because there's certain pulls that I do that were rather sizable, which I could have easily gotten a second one off while I'm moving them around. But the problem is with Spear of Bastion, they stay stuck, and staying stuck in Sanguine is the exact opposite of what you want. So with this week here, I'm going to be having a lot more fun with it, but it worked great. I had it almost for every single pull. It's a lot of damage. Spear of Bastion, in some cases, actually topped my DPS over Revenge as a Protection Warrior. And that's without the Anima Infuser or whatever it is that is part of the dot that comes with it. So it actually is a big DPS increase, where usually I would do about 4.5k in overall in a Theater of Pain. I ended up with 5.9, and I duplicated that again with 5.7 because I also wanted to test the difference between Bolster and Anger Management to really see if there was any big differences there, but we will talk about that a little bit later. So Mikanikos, so the tree that you want to go with is you want to go down to the haste buff, which is a big part. Mikanikos was actually not terrible. Before, Pelagos was just better, and that haste buff was a big part of it. 3% haste, up to a total of 15, for like 10 seconds, as long as you're continuously hitting things, that gets refreshed. Very nice, super great in M+. So right now, base, I'm running about 23% haste. Depending on the gear that I'm going, I just swap some things around. It might be a little bit less, might be a little bit more. But effectively having 38% haste at the start of a pull really allows you to get things started, get set up, and just start swinging those revenges much quicker while being already set up with, your Ignore Pain, your shield blocks, and the things that you need to survive. Really nice. Then the additive of that capstone at the bottom, beautiful. Braun is negligible. His damage as a tank, unnoticeable. Although he does a bit of healing. He ends up doing about 5% of my total healing in a dungeon. Now, that's not a lot considering where my sources are coming from. And I'm also a Protection Warrior that's... Well, I'm a Protection Warrior. I don't heal myself, man. Like, Indomitable passively heals. My Trinkets absorbs. Things like that. Last Stand. But really, I'm not known for healing myself. So it being 5% is not bad. That number will shrink if you are a type of class, Death Knight, Paladin, who tends to use healing abilities on themselves rather frequently in the course of a battle, because why not? It's there. Make your healer's life easier. Go from there. So you're going to notice that shrink. So brawn is kind of negligible. Now we are getting bonuses, like empowerments to the Soulbinds as time goes on with future renown. So we're going to see how brawn gets empowered there, but right now, brawn isn't the reason why you're taking this tree. The reason why you're taking this tree is to reduce the cooldown of your class ability by 33%. And it is worth it. I really, really like the Mikanikos Soulbind tree in M+, and I think it is the go-to for tanks right now. It is just baller. It's a lot of fun. Brawn is useful, except on Sanguine Week. So this is a Sanguine Week as I am filming this. It is just finishing. You need to be able to know when Brawn is about to come out and turn around. So on Sanguine, while you're dragging, you know, the mob away, you need to quickly turn around and get in front of them and kind of hug that Sanguine. So when he comes out and he does his knockback effect, he knocks them back out, then you can go back around and continue your drag. Or else he'll just knock everything back in the Sanguine. And if they're casters and like Halls of Atonement, or even if you kick some of them, that you have like a brief 2-second window before they move, before they start casting something else from a different school. So little thing to notice from there. Aside from that, Soulbind tree, really, really fun. A lot of fun to use. Talents for the Protection Warrior, as you can see up on screen here. This is the system I've been running lately, but I've also been using Bolster in certain scenarios. In dungeons with heavy magic packs, anger management has been my general go-to here. I have been sold on it. I was sold on it before. I just really, really like The Last Stand 2 because, in all honesty, the DPS between the two is actually kind of negligible. I did do 215 Theater of Pains this week, one with both with Mikanikos, one with The Last Stand, one with anger management. Last Stand was 5.9k, Bolster was 5.7. So really is not that much. The difference is not that much, and it all depends on how you use it, whether you're using it as often as you can, blah, 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 blah. This is personal preference. Now, my personal preferences come across as, how often do I need shield wall for magic damage? Am I going into a dungeon like the other side, where there is heavy magic damage from like the Shadow Core, from the Death Speakers and things like that, and I want as many shield walls for those 8 seconds as possible? It is a very strong defensive. It just doesn't last long. Where The Last Stand, if you're dealing with physical damage, shield block is actually better for you. It just is, and it allows when you hit it, you have 15 seconds of shield block. Just spam away. And what happens here is it becomes an offensive cooldown just as much when you're using the Unnerving Focus Soulbind. If you are Conduit, sorry. If you're not using that Conduit, The Last Stand is not also an offensive conduit for you because it's not increasing your rage generation by 50%. Because you pop Ravager, pop Avatar, and then you use The Last Stand, so you get 15 seconds of shield block. You can infinitely cast Ignore Pain if you're taking heavy magic damage, and you can also just keep on going. But this is really good for, you know, very physical heavy dungeons. Choice is yours. Have fun with it. The Reprisal Legendary is still the go-to, and it makes movement a lot more fun. Keep intervening a melee target. If I don't have a melee target, I'll try and convince my healer to come up more closer to me, so that way I can just do quick intervenes and keep that damage rolling. Aside from that, that is the Mikanikos tanking tree, how I view it. The one thing that I will change, I will be swapping to Pelagos, or I'll be swapping the tree around itself on necrotic weeks. And the reason why is I want my file when I want to use my file versus the way we use it now. With this tree, if you drop below 30% health, it'll automatically use it. There's some times where I'm at 30% health and I know I'm fine, but if I have 50 stacks of necrotic and kiting is not the best option for me right now, and I need to just stay put, I'd rather have the file when I need it. So I'll probably be changing that around for necrotic weeks in particular, because every tank that has tank necrotic weeks knows exactly how great that file is. So thank you very much for listening through this video. I am going to be coming up with a full 9.1 warrior guide. Are there any other tanks that you would like to see? I know a lot of people have jumped ship from World of Warcraft onto other games with everything that's going on. I still love the game, and I still think that the community can come together and focus and do good. It's a matter of the community staying together and doing good. I did make a video on this. I will link it down in the video below if you want to hear my thoughts on it. I'm not going to go... in the video, I did not go over all of the allegations and everything. I just put together a cohesive thought through my opinion on what we can do as a community to make this better, to work to get to a better community. And that's the generality of it, and that's why I'm still making these videos. Aside from that, if I've bored you already with that sort of talk, I hope to see you guys on Twitch to talk about anything nerdy that you guys want to talk to at all. I hope you guys are enjoying a good day, and I hope you guys are enjoying 9.1. Bye.